Now, why would you need to collaborate or network? Well,
there's a thing called the fucking internet.
Yeah, the internet is key. I mean, really, for me, so with the internet, you can actually build your own audience.
And you were going through that process.
You know what I mean? So the beautiful thing about the internet right here is that you get to create your world.
Trust me, you're gonna learn so much networking with other artists because there are a lot of secrets, a lot of little techniques that people don't talk about 24/7. I'm gonna try my best to unearth them, but every day, every week, brand new techniques and strategies to grow and brand new ways to make better music come out every single time that I'm not aware of. These people are. So when you go network, you're gonna be learning and growing so much faster than if you're trying to do it all in your solo. Growing a fan base isn't super easy. You probably know exactly what I'm talking about. There's gonna be a lot of people in the game that want to grow, and they realize they're gonna need other people to help them grow. It's not a one-man show over here. That's where you come in.
Perfect.
All right, guys, what's up? Jabari here from Boost Collective. There's a lot of work that needs to be done as an independent artist. You don't have a huge record label backing you. I mean, I wish you did, I really do. But in many cases, record labels want people that are already pretty big. So it's like a catch-22 paradox. On one end, you gotta be big for record labels to care about you. And on the other end, it's hard to really grow on mass scale without the funding of a label. So that kind of screws the independent artists like you. It can't take one person to create a great piece of art. The best pieces of art are ones that had many different artists that brought in their artistic visions and their beautiful design to make that product as spectacular as physically possible. Like I said before, it's gonna be a big, heavy thing and you're gonna need a lot of tasks to be done at its best. How much is it gonna cost you to get a great cover art, like the sicko mode cover art? How much did that cost you? But let's say you communicated and you network with a graphic designer that you knew and you were friends with, that you spoke pretty frequently, had a good relationship, then I'm sure you get that for a better rate. So it's actually more cost efficient for you as an artist to network and build relationships because discounts and then friendship benefits can come from the connections that you have. So when you go and collaborate, it isn't a question of how can I add this person to my network? How can I make them work with me? How can I get them to feature for me? It's how can I create the best user and artist experience where people are going to be dying to bang down my door to try to work with me. Now, if you're ready for that, let's get into it. So unless you want to spend a ton of money and just want to do everything the solo way and then self-finance, because remember, you don't have a label backing you, go ahead and do that. But if you're a smart artist and you really want to make it somewhere, you need to collaborate, you gotta network, you gotta build your music network. It does way more than you think. The music industry is full of a lot of really good highs, great feelings, good music, good vibes, but there's also the lows. For as great as you feel, there are gonna be days when you just don't feel up to it. Days when you're like, I don't wanna go and I don't wanna have to go network. I don't wanna put in the comments. I don't wanna have to go in DM. I don't wanna do none of that. And that's fair. You could just go and lay on your bed all day and just not do the work. But then how are you gonna get further? There are a couple steps in this process. So firstly, you need to find new artists that you wanna work with. Simple, right? And then after that, you need to pitch yourself. You gotta sell yourself to them. It's a two-step process and it really isn't that difficult. Because if you look on Instagram, what do people do? They just scroll, 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 scroll. Do you remember what you scrolled after 5 hours of scrolling? No, you don't. You do remember those small little moments of human interaction. You just go out there and you get the collabs, or you're gonna hashtag collabs, hashtag music, and you're gonna find some artists and then maybe you can try DMing them. Do you want to collab? But let's make it so that when you DM them, you can get the best possible responses because nobody wants to be going out there and DMing 1,000 artists a day with no replies, all right? So I'm gonna break down the best way to reach out to an artist in order to get what you in the end are trying to strive for, whether that be you wanna get a collaboration going, whether you wanna just increase your network, whether you wanna even sell something. If you're a producer trying to sell beats, this is the best way to do it. So let's talk about finding new artists. Let's say you're an artist and you make rock music, or better yet, let's say you're an artist and you're just a standard rapper. So to find artists, let's first look at which platform you're gonna be using to find these artists. Instagram is pretty good, and so is Twitter, because Twitter is a search engine. Instagram is more hashtag friendly, but Twitter is search friendly. So you can just go on Twitter and then type in, who wants to collab? You're gonna find some artists that wanna collab, and from there, you can just find them, click on their profile, and then scroll, DM them, and then just be like, yo, I'm down to collab. Here's my music, here's whatever. Okay, that's the easiest version. And then what next? Let's say you DM about 20 people a day. Let's keep it a relatively low number. 20 people a day after a week, that's 140 people. If you're really human with your interactions, then you're gonna be really good, because out of the 20 people, let's say 5 of them respond back to you, and then you keep on talking about music, you just get deeper in them as a brand and as a person, because this is a relationship we're building. If you really like the video and you find one piece of value, just please smash that like button, because it helps us a lot. So you really wanna stand out on top, and one great way to stand out is not by just sending your link. Trust me, nobody cares, especially these other artists, because they make their own music. Think about this, if they make their own music, why are they gonna care about your music? I mean, just putting that out there, right? So a really good way to go at this is to say, hey, be human. Keep it a very human interaction. Hey, what's up, man? I just saw your posts, or I just saw your music. I listened to it and I really liked this song. It really made me feel like this. Remember, explain how it made you feel and what your favorite part is. Because these artists put in so much time, sweat, and tears into making their art amazing, and they put in so much effort in trying to distribute it. So if you really want to create some sort of real connection, you gotta appreciate that. You gotta let them know that you appreciate that too, because imagine how you'd feel if somebody did the same thing to you, right? Remember, you get back what you give. You win some, you lose some. Well, instead of having to DM them every single day, because if you think about it, when you DM somebody, you generally have a message that needs to be shared, and you won't always have a message that needs to be shared every time, but you still wanna keep that rapport going. That's cool. I really advise you to turn on their post notifications. I know, go on Instagram, follow them, turn on post notifications. So every single time they post, which isn't gonna be super frequently, it's gonna be maybe once a day, you'll be one of the first people to see it and then to comment. And trust me, they're going to remember you for that. Not just a network, it's a connection, a relationship. So that being said, you keep building rapport, and when you build rapport, a really great way to do it is just to send value. Let's say you have one skill that you have that's better than your rest. Whether it's cover art design, or promotions, or mixing, mastering services, or just whatever, or you're really good at content creation, then you can go out there to the people you really want to work with and really want to build a strong network with and really grow with, and offer them these services for free. You finally check them as a human, and not everybody's gonna respond within the same time. You know, some people may take hours, some days, some weeks, some even months. So that being said, you go out there, you provide your value, you show your appreciation. What's next? How do I ask for something back? Well, see, you can do it in a very transactional way. Like, hey, I've helped you with this, could you help me with that? But that seems kind of forced and won't allow the relationship to truly blossom. The best way to do it is to open a conversation where you're like, hey, what's up? I'm working on this thing to try to get this thing done. So I know you have skills in this, so could you please help me with this? I know I'm saying the word this a lot, man, I gotta chill. That being said, that's the best way to DM them, the best way, because that's the most authentic way. It's the little things. Like I said, it is the little things that matter most. Know what you're gonna get from it, and know what you want and expect from it, but at the same time, your main priority is thinking, what value can I tailor to this individual? Not this random artist, this individual, in order to give them the best experience working with me possible. And a really good thing is the ladder ascension model, meaning at first you start off with networking people that are at the same level as you, whether that be fan base, following, or music production and music creation quality. And then over time, as you build a good connection, you see somebody is slightly further than you in their music career. You can still go out there and you can network with them. And if you can get close enough to be with somebody that's slightly better than you, you'll learn what you don't know from them. And then if you apply it, you get slightly better until you guys are at the same level. And then you keep them in your network, but you always try to network up, because it's a game of getting better and better every single time. There's no real limit, because as you get better, the game as a whole gets larger and more amazing, but your art can get better. You can make more money, more income through your music, and mostly, you can just be you can create better products for the world to enjoy. Now, wouldn't that be an amazing thing? Remember to smash that like button and to subscribe, because this is gonna be something really great for you.